First tonight, Manchester United are through to the last 16 of the Europa League after Antony came off the bench to score the winner to knock Barcelona out. Well, the game started badly for United. Bruno Fernandes was judged to have brought down Alejandro Balde in the 18-yard box. Robert Lewandowski put Barca ahead from the spot, although David De Gea did get a fine hand to it, couldn't keep it out. Then at half-time, Antony came on for Wout Weghorst. United was soon level through Fred, and then with just over 15 minutes to go, Antony won it for United. So they are through to the last 16 of the Europa League. Leroy Rossini watched the game, is alongside me here on set. Let's just go through some of the main talking points from this game. I guess if you're Bruno Fernandes, you know, what a turnaround from him, giving away the penalty, but then having a crucial role in both of United's goals after that.
Yeah, he certainly did. He turned it around. He would have breathed a huge sigh of relief. You know, it was a penalty that he didn't need to give away. If it hadn't been given, I think it would have been waved on. But the referee spotted it, and it wasn't a decision that could be overturned by VAR. So, look, they went 1-0 down. I thought Ten Hag will maybe admit he got the tactics wrong with Rashford out on the left in the first half. There was no threat in behind. But as soon as Antony came on, started that second half, the whole tempo of that Man United team changed. They got the goal through Fred. By the way, he was absolutely outstanding. I wonder if that had something to do with De Jong, who Ten Hag's been after since he came through the door playing on the opposite side. But he was magnificent. And as you said, Bruno Fernandes was instrumental in a couple of the goals. And then Antony, the substitute, you know what? He made that finish look really, really easy. And it was a difficult finish.
And what about, you know, Erik Ten Hag? How big a test was this for him? And you know, overall, probably one of the most important games in this current era for Manchester United, and he has passed that test. He
has passed that test. It's, you know, momentum and belief are massive things. You know, United have had a very good season, but when you're Man United and you get to these sort of games at the crunch end of the season, you have to come out the right end of them. And the belief would have been heightened even more from Man United fans in what he's doing. You know, top four, they would say that Man United fans saw them, they weren't delighted with that. Now they're thinking, can we go on and win this? I think the bookies will make United favourites in the last 16 after that performance against Barcelona, and they go into the cup final on Sunday full of confidence.
And arguably, as far as this competition is concerned, well, you look at the teams that went through the group stages, winners, Arsenal amongst them. United might fear them, but otherwise you've got teams who perhaps more former giants, the likes of Juventus, the likes of Sevilla. They will fancy their chances, surely, in this competition.
They will, but they'll look at Old Trafford now, and like I suppose the good old days for Man United fans, they won't fancy going to Old Trafford. They won't fancy playing Man United. That hasn't been the case in Europe for such a long time. And you look at the performance of individuals and collectively, you know, Casemiro, outstanding, you know, a fantastic tackle just before the end of the first half where David De Gea has given it away. Now, if that goes in, it's 2-0, I think the tie's over. That was a key moment. At the end there, you know, Varane getting back off the line. All of a sudden, their big players are having big moments in games, and that's a really good place to be for the Red Devils.
And of course, then, as you mentioned, it's the FA Cup final on Sunday. Yes, they've had this game in midweek. They'll try and recover. But the momentum is really with them, isn't it?
And, you know, it's easy. You know, when you're winning big games, you know, if they'd lost this game, you know, they obviously would have had to recover. But when you're Man United and you've got big game after big game, they're looking forward to Sunday now. They're in good stead. It'd be interesting what team he picks, because Garnacho and Antony had a real impact from the bench. Every single player who came on really had an impact.
And I'm sure that they, you know, obviously wanted to win this game, but would have had that in the back of their minds. You do, don't you, when you are a sub coming onto the pitch thinking, well, if I put in a sparkling performance here, that might be enough to get me the nod for the final. But I don't want to put a fly in the ointment here for United fans, but admittedly, that was a very, very hard tackle on Marcus Rashford towards the end. It was heavy. He was substituted. Is that a significant worry for Erik Ten Hag, given the sheer form he's been in this calendar year?
Yeah, it looked like a knock to me. You know, he didn't go off straight away. If he'd gone off straight away, then I'd been really worried, maybe it's a pull or something. It looked like a knock. It was a strong tackle. But I'm sure Marcus Rashford will not miss a cup final. And you know what? Although he didn't score today, as soon as he went up front, it scared the living daylights out of that Barcelona back line and created space for others. So, look, I would expect Rashford maybe to play up high against Newcastle, because at the moment he's in the form of his life, put in a position where he's going to get opportunities and be at the most danger to the opposition.
Antony to start against Newcastle, what do you think?
Look, I don't know. Look, Sancho is since he's come into the side, it's a lot easier to have that dynamic effect on the game coming off the bench. Be interesting to see, but I think what Ten Hag has got in this squad, they know that they can perform from the bench, and it's just as important coming off the bench as starting. Maybe if he's in good form, he's got his goal, maybe we should keep him going. Be interested to see what he comes up with. But to be fair, he's got it right up to now in terms of the teams he's picked this season. So I'm not going to doubt him.
Options, momentum, come from behind win. It's all there right now for Manchester United.
Yeah,
really
and defending very well as well.
Yeah.
You know, I thought Wan-Bissaka, you know, although he went off, wasn't great with the ball, but defended very well. Lisandro Martinez, all the doubts about him being a teeny-weeny, he's been an absolute giant at the heart of that defence. and Luke Shaw, best I've seen him play in the Man United shirt for a very, very long time, even though he's been playing at centre-half and at left-back. So, look, everybody's at the top of their form. It's a nice problem to have for Ten Hag, but I'm sure he'll get it right.
Fantastic evening for United. Appreciate your thoughts. Thank you very much indeed, Erik.